Hey, it's Kiki here. Welcome to my channel, Dating While Curvy, where we talk about everything to do dating while curvy. I have an issue, a serious fucking issue. This is the issue. Why do people think that it is okay to bash the fat acceptance movement? I don't understand that. And you know what I'm noticing? The most comments that bash fat acceptance come from two types of people. Men, particularly young men, or women who are thin and who have never struggled with their weight in their life. These are the two groups of people that think it is okay to say that fat acceptance is bullshit, that fat people are disgusting, that they are slobs, that there's no such thing as thin privilege. Yes, there is. I will be the first to say there is such thing as thin privilege. And the reason I know this is because I have been very fat and I have been very thin and I have been everything in between. Right now I am fat, but not super fat. And one thing I have noticed when I was thin is I received remarkably better treatment in whether it be customer service or in dating or with friends or, any kind of situation, even with family members. You are treated significantly better when you are slim. There are just no two ways about it. You are treated so much better. It is impossible to ignore. When you go into a retail store and you are requesting service and you are fat as fuck, you might as well be invisible. And if you're not invisible, you might as well accept the abusive comments that come your way. I have received all kinds of comments like, "We would prefer you not to try on our clothes because we don't want you to stretch them out," to "We don't have anything in your size," before they even ask me what my size is. It is absolutely mortifying. And since this is a dating channel, my focus is mainly on what it's like to date while curvy. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, when you are bigger, you are not treated the same as when you are slimmer. One story that comes to mind, I was slim at the time and I was dating a guy and he was quite athletic and he really liked me, was really into me, was really attentive, really romantic, really, gaga for me basically. One day he came over to my house and he happened to see some pictures of when I was extremely obese. And he was like, "Oh, who is that girl?" And I said, "That's me." And he was just like, "Really?" And it was just like this awkwardness, like this awkward feeling that I couldn't quite put my finger on. And he didn't say anything for the longest time. And he's like, "Well, look at you now. You're just so beautiful. And look at you there. You look completely different." And I was like, "Well, I am still the same person. So why should you focus on that? Why should you care? Why should it matter what I look like? I'm still me. I'm still Kiki. I still have the same heart, the same mind, the same passionate outlook on life. Why should it matter?" And he's like, "Well, it doesn't really matter. It's just, kind of interesting." And so there was this awkwardness that happened, and it happened for a couple days after, and I decided not to say anything. I just played it cool, just let it watch how it rolled out. Next thing I know, a couple days later, he is telling me he needs to break up. He's just not feeling it. And when he finally admitted the reason, it was because he didn't like how I looked when I was super fat, and he was scared that I would gain weight and become like that again someday, basically. It was embarrassing. It was super painful to deal with, but it's reality. And I was glad that he showed his colors early on so I didn't have to, fall madly in love with him and waste my life. But it was difficult to deal with. And I think that it's not an anomaly. I think it is quite common that this happens in the dating field, that men are very different to slim women than they are to overweight women. They will pursue slim women very aggressively. At least they did when I was slim and when I was overweight. And you could say it's because of age, but the thing is I was very fat when I was young, and when I was older, I got slimmer. So it's not an age thing. it caused a lot of resentment in me. It caused a lot of weird feelings for me. I'm not sure how you feel about that, but for me it felt very, very strange that I'm suddenly valued more as a mate and as a person because my body size is smaller. Not cool. Not cool at all. It really didn't work for me. So basically what I do now is I'll give guys when I'm dating them, I'll show them pictures of when I used to be super fat, and I'm not skinny but now by all means. I'll show them pictures of when I was super fat and when I was super skinny, and now I'm just kind of fat, and I will kind of get an idea of what they think, like where they are with that. If they are like, girl, you were hideous when you were fat and I wish you were thin like that now, they are out. They are out. They're not worth my time, and a guy like that is not worth your time either. There are guys out there who are not superficial, who are not focused on weight. Unfortunately, they're few and far between, but they are gems. They're absolute gems. If you have a guy like that, comment below. I would love to hear about it, and I'm sure there's a lot of other women here who'd love to hear about it. We need to praise guys like that who are not shallow, who are not giving into the mindset that you need to have like this perfect skinny Maxine model. And by perfect, I mean what society dictates as perfect, what is not actually perfect, because perfect comes in all shapes and sizes. You could be super, super skinny, you could be super, super huge. You are perfect. You are beautiful the way you are. Do not feel that you're not. Just because other people don't validate you doesn't mean you are not valuable, because you are valuable. I am here to tell you that you are absolutely magnificent exactly the way you are. You are worth all of the love that you can find, and I know that you will find it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Kiki, Dating While Curvy. Do subscribe so that we can keep in touch, and I hope you will enjoy my next video coming right up. Have a wonderful day.